So help me overstand why you would continue to imitate the most ineffective being on the planet. Ineffective meaning this. In the year 2025, whatever year you got going on, this being is still producing war, destruction, displacement, and corruption. Not by accident, but by absolute design, and we know this. It is at the hands of this being that Europe and Russia continue to tear themselves apart in war, dragging the world with them. It is at the hands of this being that Palestinians remain displaced, their land taken, their lives fragmented, generation after generation after generation. It is at the hands of this being that Africa, the DRC, Sudan, the Sahel, beyond, are stripped of its resources while the people are corrupted and displaced. It is at the hands of this being that Americans are pushed into economic isolation, cut off from global cooperation through tariffs and trade wars. It is at the hands of this being that gun violence is promoted, drugs and weapons are flooded into communities, and then the script is flipped to frame others as the most violent people on earth, right? So this is far from effectiveness. This is the very opposite of peace, balance, and harmony. And let's be clear, this isn't just about today. These are centuries of ineffectiveness. At the hands of this being, cultures have been hijacked. Language, music, spirituality, symbols, and science stripped of their roots, repackaged and claimed without acknowledgement. At the hands of this being, entire histories have been rewritten, whole peoples erased from the record, while imitators crown themselves as originators. At the hands of this being, lands have been stripped bare, forests cleared, rivers poisoned, minerals stolen, leaving generations with scarcity while wealth piled up elsewhere. At the hands of this being, human bodies were chained and sold, entire continents colonized, and communities displaced across the globe. Even nature itself has suffered. This being exploits the earth without restraint, drilling, fracking, polluting, and then calling the collapse of ecosystems progress. And it continues in this moment. Global debt systems, trade traps, and financial manipulations keep nations under control. Pharmaceuticals and processed foods flood markets while sickness is monetized. Social divisions are engineered and fueled. Race against race, gender against gender, religion against religion, while the hands pulling the strings profit from the chaos. And all the while, projection covers the truth. Others are labeled violent, primitive, uncivilized, while the record shows the most wars, the largest prisons, the greatest displacement, the deepest imbalance. So then the question becomes even clearer. If this being is ineffective, how does it become the authority on correction, guidance, instruction? How does a model built on war, corruption, and imbalance turn into a picture of peace, balance, and harmony? It doesn't. So why imitate it? Why model yourself after failure? Even if you look like this being, even if you benefit from alignment with this being, why would you continue to imitate the most ineffective being on the planet? And how do you claim authority in correction, guidance, or instruction when the very source you imitate has proven itself ineffective for centuries?